Hey yo, homie, yo, this is Eminem.
Yo, this is Cypher Sounds, and we're taking you behind the boards. Only on Shade 45.
Let's get it on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what it is. This is a special event. Yours truly, Cypher Sounds, man. Brand new show. It's going down. We're calling this Behind the Boards. Now, this is a show where I personally get to sit down with some of your favorite artists and producers and get the real deal behind the scenes of and certain stories and things that were going on in their lives while creating certain songs that help define their careers. Now, it's only right, since this is the first episode of Behind the Boards, we go to the man, the inspiration for this station, Mr. Marshall Mathers, a.k.a. Eminem, a.k.a. so many other a.k.a.s, live in the building.
Yeah, I'm here. What's cracking? What's cracking?
Ain't shit, man. What's going on, Marshall?
Nothing, just smoking a little something.
Doing what you do, right?
Doing what I do, like I do when I do what I do, how I do.
Now listen, we trying to make this interview something real special. I have a funny feeling.
Something actually interesting, right?
Yes. I'm gonna ask you like actual music questions.
I got gas, man. I'm sorry.
Don't get gas. That's what they tell me.
Yo, don't get gas, B.
Actual.
Yo, don't let them gas you.
I have a funny feeling that this is gonna go awry midway.
Nah, we're good. We're good.
Nah,
we're good.
Seriously though. No, seriously. So we're gonna take it back to the beginning of your quote unquote career and work it up to the present day. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't exactly call it a career.
Right. That's why I said quote unquote.
Yeah, a fucking day job.
Day job.
Pretty much.
Deja vu. Now listen.
A deja vu. A deja vu.
Deja vu. So listen, so let me take it back. I'm gonna tell you the days when I was working at Fat Beats Records here in New York City. The Slim Shady EP. You remember those days?
The EP as opposed to the LP.
Yes, 1997 is what I have here. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's when it came out. We recorded it, I believe, in 96.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out in 97.
So you consider that your debut album, even though what was there on there? 6 songs, 5 songs?
Well, pretty much consecutively in 96 we had an album out, the Infinite album. So if you were to count those, which didn't sell nothing but, you know, maybe, I don't know,
out the trunk,
100 copies.
Nice.
You know,
nice.
Yo, I was killing it. I was killing the shit in Detroit.
Yeah, obviously out the trunk. That's what you do. So now, this fucking guy, yo, this fucking guy. Let's say I'm gonna talk about the song "Murder, Murder," right? Now, because a lot of songs you did on the Slim Shady EP, you redid for the LP, correct?
Yeah, there was a lot of songs that some of the songs made it, some of the songs didn't. There was sampling issues and stuff like that. We couldn't clear certain samples and stuff like that. So,
did you actually take the songs from the EP and just put them on the album, or did you remake them? Or
we had to remake them and like do whole new beats to them. But
so
I like to kill people.
Murder, Murder. That's actually one of the songs I want to talk about. How old
I like to kill people.
How old were you when you did Murder, Murder?
I want to say 23. 23 when I recorded the song, and then by the time it came out, you know, around 23, 24
years old. What about
it was getting like closer and closer to the deal with Dre. Like, you know, the more that, like, I went to the Scribble Jam in Cincinnati. I was just jumping in cars with people, like, no money in my pockets, just going wherever I could go. I went to the 97 Freaknik. Yeah. In
you
Atlanta.
went to Freaknik. Nice.
Yeah, I went to the Freaknik. I went to How Can I Be Down in 97. Like, 97 was the year that I really started, like, making moves, you know. Excuse me.
What about what's the when you did that song? 'Cause, you know, it's a lot about robbing and stealing and flipping out. What was the inspiration for that song, Murder, Murder?
I like to kill people.
well, that and like Proof wanted to start D12, the Dirty Dozen, and we were trying to find 12 MCs in Detroit that were 12 of the best MCs in Detroit, and at that time we couldn't find 12, so we said we had 6. So we was like, okay, well, if we're gonna be 6, if there's gonna be 6 of us, we got to make 12, so we got to come up with aliases. So everybody came up with an alias, and my first alias was Billy the Kid, and it was on some like gunslinging type shit. So that's where the aliases come from, and Proof became Dirty Harry, and that was always his name. He stuck to that name as soon as he picked it up. So then it started to become like, when I heard Dirty Harry, I was like, I should be Billy the Kid, and then it was on some Wild West shit, and then we was like, nah, let's fall back on the Wild West shit. Nah, let's.
Good move, good choice.
Yeah, so literally, when I started doing interviews and started telling people, like, I was literally taking a shit when the name Slim Shady hit me. Because, I was basically, sorry, Jesus, I'm a sick fucking pig. It's all right. But this was at the level where I felt like I was at when I became Slim Shady, and it was like, Proof had said, come up with a name that when you rhyme, you're gonna be this person as opposed to Eminem. You're gonna take on this alias, and this alias you could say whatever say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Sick shit.
And that's when it became the whole concept of Slim Shady took off from there, and that's when I started rhyming like I didn't give a fuck who liked my shit and who didn't. Like I just got fed up. Like this song is like, I really feel like I'm at the point where I want to do this.
Right.
And that's how the song Murder Murder came up, when I said went up in Eastland and shot a policeman and all that stuff, like just resort to robbing because I had no deal, no nothing.
Now, when you recorded this back then, the Slim Shady EP, what were your expectations for like something like this? Because I know it was like a vinyl, just like a underground record.
Yeah, there was vinyl and there was cassettes.
Nice.
And we couldn't press up CDs. We didn't have the money. So, basically, like, walking around at How Can I Be Down and the Freaknik, it was kind of like handing out flyers. Like, I'm trying to hand out tapes that ended up not selling. The rest of some of the Infinite tapes and some of the Slim Shady EP tapes.
Yeah.
Was trying to hand them out. People were like, well, just, nah, I'm good. Like I was passing out a flyer, and I'm handing them a free tape. Basically, I got a couple people to listen to it, but it was, it's hard. I mean.
All right, well, let's play it right now. Murder, Murder on Behind the Boards on Shade 45. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Behind the Board, Shade 45. That was Eminem, a.k.a. Slim Shady. Murder, Murder.
A.k.a. Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid.
Don't tell nobody that.
You already told everybody.
No. It's a conversation we're having.
They hear this.
No, son. Nobody listens to this station, okay? Listen.
As you can see, the boss man is on the line with us. Marshall Mathers, a.k.a. Slim Shady, a.k.a. Eminem. Can we take it up? I'm going to take it up to the Dre days.
Who's Dre? Who's Dre?
We move forward to 1999. Hey.
Suck it, Marshall.
He loves it.
Oh, I love myself.
We move up to 1999 when you were signed by the most legendary and influential hip-hop producer in the game, Dr. Dre. Now, you did the song My Name Is, right?
Yes, which was actually the very first. He threw on this record, put a beat behind it, put some drums behind it or whatever, and we had used this sample, and pretty much instantly, I knew going in.
That's the first time you were in the studio with him.
That was the first time I was in the studio with him, and literally in probably a minute and a half, we had a song, we at least had a hook, and a first verse I had wrote probably in 5 minutes, and then the other 2 verses I just used like freestyle verses or whatever, and then went home and took it home that night, came back the next day, and finished the second verse and the third verse, and that became one of the songs that made it to the album.
Yeah, but that's the song that set it off, basically.
Yeah, I don't know if we had an idea if that was going to be the one or not. It felt like it. You know what I mean? Like it felt like right on the spot. Like, this is the first song I'm doing with Dre, and we also did. I mean, we did 4 songs in 6 hours or something.
The first time you were in the studio with him.
Yeah, it was just like anything. Every time he would make a beat right on the spot.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna either write a rhyme to whatever he's got to every beat that he comes up with, or I'm gonna have a freestyle that's already wrote that I'm gonna lay anyways over the beat.
Right. Now, why were you on that shit? You were trying to impress him?
You know, it was nervous. It was nerves, and it was a nervous feeling, but it was also anxious. You know, I was anxious to impress Dre too. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And show him that, you know, basically just what I was capable of doing. Right. You know.
So whatever he threw on, you could just lay something to it. Now, all the songs. Do you remember if all the songs that y'all did that day made the album?
Not every song. We had a song called "When Hell Freezes Over." We had a song called "Ghost Stories," and we were going to 2-inch reel back then. Yeah. And those 2 songs we can't find. We can't find those 2 songs.
You can't find them.
And I remember 2-inch reel. Like, I was so used to like going to studios in Detroit. You take $40 to, you know, just name dropping real quick. Shout out to Mo Master, Dia Day. Me and Proof would go to those studios, and it'd be like $60 an hour, and I'd have like $40. So, you know, I was used to doing my shit in one take. So when I got with Dre, we did the song "When Hell Freezes Over." It had 2 long ass verses, a chorus, everything. I got all the way to the end of the song. He's like, "Yo, you want to punch in?" I was like, "Nah, run it back from the top." Because I was so used to running back, I didn't get the concept of like, oh, you can punch. I never had the luxury of doing that. Right. In any recording studio, like I didn't have the. If I did have the luxury of punching, it was in a studio where I only had $40 and had to, you know, I didn't have the time to punch, so it had to be.
Yeah, this is a whole nother level when you get in with Dre.
Yeah.
So then you did the song "My Name Is." Did he tell you to make a song about your name?
No, I just started as soon as the record came on.
Because Snoop's first big record with Dre, it was, you know, Snoop Doggy Dogg had his name in it too.
Yeah. Was that the first record
Snoop,
that he? Nah,
it wasn't it was Snoop's first single from his album.
Yeah.
What's my motherfucking name? Snoop Dogg. So I thought maybe Dre tells you, put your name in the hook. Or
no, I just kind of went, you know, as soon as the beat, it's like the beats, like I said in many interviews, it's like, if the beat don't talk to me, I'm not going to rap to it. But for some reason, there's certain beats, and there's a lot of Dre beats that instantly come on, and I think of the chorus right then and there. Like, it tells me what to say. And when that little, and you know, it was so happy, and I was like, "Hi, my name is Slim Shady."
Yeah,
you know,
crazy right
when
there.
I came up with when I did that, I got this. You know, he started laughing, and everybody was in the studio like kind of cracking up. Like,
yeah, it fits so
serious?
Well. It fits so well though. Hi, my name is. My name is by the Slim Shady LP 1999. This is Behind the Boards. Shade 45. Cypher Sounds is here. Eminem is here. Hey, Em.
Hi.
How are you?
My name is.
This is an in-depth interview about songs that built your career, or made your career, or made you who you are in the industry today. There's a song on the Marshall Mathers LP, which is my favorite Eminem album, just in case anybody was wondering.
I like the Billy the Kid LP.
Fuck you, Paul.
Sorry, go ahead.
A song by the name of Stan. Remember that song?
No.
It was pretty good. Really long though, really long. I think there's like 8 verses to that song.
I think there's 12. 4 of them we had to cut off. Cause there was a verse where he got out of the water. You know, he escaped. and then came to my house to kill me.
That's not nice.
And then I had to,
Well, let me describe it for the people.
I had to kill him first
that might not know.
when he broke in my house, and then I missed him, and he was in the hospital for like 3 weeks, and then he was pissed off that I didn't write him, like get well cards and shit like that. So he came to kill me again, And then the last verse, finally, I just blew his head off, and then I love you, Slim.
So 2000, your first album came out, multi-platinum, and then you had the the pressure of the sophomore album.
Yeah,
so,
I was definitely I never knew about the sophomore jinx until everybody started telling me, like, when you're doing a second album, like, I didn't know about a sophomore jinx until I started doing radio interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially if your first album's so successful.
Yeah, and it was like, when I would get on radio, they would say, "Are you worried about the sophomore jinx? Are you worried about the sophomore jinx?" And I'd be like, "The sophomore jinx." And I was like, "Not really, because my album could tank or it could do well, regardless of what it does. I'm just gonna do me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep recording the same music that, and hopefully get better at it."
The album definitely has a lot like a darker feel to it than the first one. And there's a song, like we said, the song "Stan," song produced by DJ Mark the 45 King, legendary producer in the game. He did a lot of Flavor Unit stuff, Latifah, Wild Pitch Records in the 80s and 90s. How'd you hook up with Mark the 45 King?
Well, I got this beat tape, and I remember I was sitting in my car, and I just threw it in. It was the first song on the beat tape, and it was Dido. It was Dido singing. And then as soon as I heard what she was talking about, I instantly started thinking about a crazed fan, because I didn't realize that I was famous yet, like what the effect of fame had on me yet, because I was still staying at the same house that, not the house that I grew up in, but a house in pretty much the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
even after the first album.
Yeah.
Like into recording the second album, you were there.
I was actually staying at my ex-wife's mother's house.
Nice.
That's up in the attic. Up in the attic. So kids all day would knock on the door.
Yeah.
And my thing was, I lived on the east side of Detroit, and she lived in Warren. So, we used to go, meet each other halfway and go to whichever house, we was going to or whatever. And, these were people that were coming up to my door asking for my autograph that, when I'd be in her area, was playing catch, used to play catch with the football. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing catch with these dudes, basketball at the basketball court,
When they asking for your autograph.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know me. What are you talking about? You know me.
Yeah.
Now I'm famous, now I'm special?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand the whole concept that just me being on TV made me a different person than what I was. I couldn't grasp that concept until I had to put myself in someone else's shoes, or my own shoes. If I had met LL Cool J, which I actually did, I had got signed, I met Dre. That was a experience, a good experience, but a nervous experience. And I had actually, me and a girl from the Aftermath label were picking out clothes at a Foot Locker, and I saw LL Cool J, and I went right into fan mode. I pictured I had to bring myself back to that moment and remember, remember when you met Dre? Remember when you met LL? But I wasn't like, yo, can I get your autograph? I was trying to play it cool, but inside I was like, that's LL Cool J.
But so when you heard,
know what I'm saying?
when you heard Dido singing, it was the actual beat for Stan, right? And then that part was sampled on it.
Yeah.
So you heard her singing and made you think of a crazed fan.
Yeah, but your picture on my wall and all that stuff, and I went back to how crazy people were getting in the neighborhood and knocking on the doors and stuff like that, and
right.
Maybe my songs are hitting people in a maybe my songs are touching people because I like to touch people.
Yeah, I heard that.
Definitely like to touch people.
So you wrote,
Suck it, Marshall.
You wrote Did you write the record like right there? Like, have the concept at least right there when you heard the beat?
Yeah, the concept came to me instantly, and then it was just like I wanted to write a letter, and I didn't mean for the song to be so long, but I don't really count bars and just go 16, 16, 16, and always do the standard. If I don't feel like I'm done explaining the story,
then you keep going.
Then I keep going.
Yeah,
I'm not. I just don't feel like one of those rappers that feels like, you got to get to the chorus before you lose them.
Yeah, but that song, because the chorus alone is already very long. Then you had 3 verses speaking in another person. Then you go into you answering a letter. So you're looking at about 22 minutes there, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, 22
minutes. The song was like 6.5 minutes long or something like that.
Yeah, we play it on Shade all the time. I know the length well. When that song comes on, I know I can go to the bathroom when Stan comes on.
You know the length really well, huh?
Suck it, Marshall.
It's going down behind the board. Shade 45, Cypher Sounds. Eminem, Marshall Mathers is here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see. Let me switch gears a little bit, Marshall. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yo,
switch gears a little bit, because you're an artist, you're a rapper, quote unquote, but you also do a lot of songwriting for people, or producing, and all different type of aspects of hip hop.
Songwriting,
music.
producing, drawing. I do it all. Nah, I mean, word.
I'm gonna get to a song right now. One of my favorite songs, "Forgot About Dre" from the Chronic 2001. You actually wrote that song, correct?
Yeah. I remember, when Gigawatt came out.
Yeah.
And he had that flow. I wanted to do something that was double time to show that, like, it was one of those things that trying to prove yourself, like, everywhere I went, I felt like I was constantly having to prove myself because of, because of the color of my skin, and
or the absence of color.
The absence of color, yes, because there is no one on this planet that is as white as me. Okay, let's get that for one thing. So that worked against me.
Yeah.
At first, like,
so you wanted to do
it always worked against me.
Jigga had the double time bouncy on Jigga What Jigga Who. Did you already have the beat though?
No, I literally rapped over the end of that. Like, I took that album I had.
Right.
I took it. I was listening to it in the headphones over and over and over, and I would just rewind to the end of the beat and just use that, because I couldn't rap like. The words when he was rapping was throwing me off with trying to write my own words.
So just at the end, there's a little piece of the beat of Jigga.
Yeah, there was a piece of the beat there. So I just, I wanted to show, what I wanted to show was like versatility. Like, I could do, prove myself as authentic as I could be. Like, I could do this style, I could do this style, I could do this flow, I could do this, I can do this.
But Dre had asked you to write something for him already, or you were just you started writing that for him, or you were writing a verse for yourself?
Well, I started out writing a verse for myself, and then it became like this. Like, I was like, what if I wrote? I don't know how well Snoop or Dre would take to me writing this for them, the entire thing.
Right.
But originally, I had planned to see if Snoop would do the chorus. Like, I thought it would be crazy if, like, I had the middle verse, Snoop did the chorus, because I felt like I was the new cat. Like, Snoop and Dre are like the dynamic duo.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
So I couldn't do anything to take away from that. So what I was trying to do was see if Snoop would get involved with the record, and after I did it,
the hook that's on there now, you wanted Snoop to say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, I was trying to, like, when I wrote for Dre, Dre has a deeper voice, so when I laid the vocals, like, I laid them in a lower tone. So, I didn't lay them like, my voice was crazy back then. And I told Dre, I said, Dre, I don't know how, if you listen to the Slim Shady EP, my voice was deep. Like, I started discovering that that's when I really started to discover my voice, because on the Infinite album, everyone said I sound like Nas, I sound like AZ, I sound like a New York rapper. So I started doing records to deepen my voice, to make them deeper.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, Dre had me do Role Model, was another song we did that day at his house. and he had me screaming that, "Don't you want to grow up to be just like me?" And somehow from then on, I started screaming all my records in this crazy, you know.
Yeah, I remember those days. I remember those days.
But if you listen to like the Wake Up Show, like old stuff I did from the Wake Up Show, like deeper. My voice is deeper then. So, you know, it's funny. I was talking to Dre once, and I was like, you know, it's your fault that my voice got that high. I was like, cause you made me start doing shit like that. Cause Dre would get me to do like, you know, start screaming these records and like bring this crazy, like psychotic part out of me, which was fun at first. But when I look back on it now, I'm like I shriek sometimes when I hear some of them old, not that record, but when I hear like some of the old freestyles I did and stuff like that, I'm like, ugh, like why was I rapping like that?
So you had to go. So you was writing this song, and you had to go back to a deeper voice.
Yeah, I went to
lay it for Dre.
For Dre to give him basically a guideline to follow, deepen my voice, and then try to do my best Snoop, you know, impression.
Right, for the hook.
And it ended up being the hook. Dre was like, everybody I played it for said it sounded straight. And I was like, are you sure? I was like, can I relay it then?
Did you tell Dre to make like a double time beat, or it just happened to work out that he had that beat and then you already were kind of writing to that other beat?
No, I just happened to write to the Jay-Z beat and then came to the studio with that idea.
Right.
Like, yo, what if we did a bounce thing? And there were certain people in the studio that didn't think Dre could rap like that.
Right.
Like, didn't think he could pull it off. And he pulled it off. So
he definitely pulled it off, man. Let's actually listen to it right now, because I definitely want to ask you about working with Dre and stuff.
Well, Dre
the Up in Smoke tour and recording on that 2001 Chronic album.
And for some reason, every time I would see him, he'd always be like,
"Suck it, Marshall."
And I never knew what that meant. You know what I'm saying?
How did it go? What did he say?
Suck